Remember that legendary moment when John Parrott lifted the World Championship trophy back in 1991? Well, the snooker legend just celebrated his 61st birthday this past May, and what he's doing now will absolutely blow your mind. From conquering the Green Bays to becoming one of Britain's most beloved television personalities, John's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. But here's the thing that might surprise you. His life after professional snooker has been even more fascinating than his playing days. John Parrott's snooker career began almost by chance when his father took him into a local snooker club on a rainy afternoon. From there, his natural ability quickly flourished, and by his teenage years, he was already dominating junior competitions. But here's what most people don't know about John's early professional days. It wasn't all smooth sailing. Those first few years on the professional circuit were absolutely brutal. Picture this, a young John Parrott, fresh-faced and ambitious, facing some of the most intimidating players in snooker history. The pressure was immense. We're talking about walking into venues where legends like Steve Davis, Jimmy White and Terry Griffiths were already household names. But John had something special. An unshakable mental strength that would define his entire career.
It's from my position that John could move the red by the pink now if he wished to.
One of his most memorable early matches was against the mercurial Alex Higgins in 1984. Now, facing the Hurricane was like stepping into a boxing ring with a wild animal. You never knew what was coming next. But John's methodical, calculated approach was the perfect antidote to Higgins's unpredictable brilliance. Turning professional in 1983, Parrott wasted no time making his mark. His televised debut in 1984 saw him defeat the great Alex Higgins, instantly announcing his arrival on the big stage. By 1991, he had reached the pinnacle by becoming world champion. Beyond that single triumph, he built a reputation for consistency. With 9 ranking titles and more than 200 century breaks, Parrott established himself as one of the sport's most reliable and technically gifted competitors across 2 decades. John developed what sports psychologists now call selective focus, the ability to narrow his attention to just the cue ball, the object ball, and the intended path. Everything else, the crowd, the cameras, the commentary, simply didn't exist in his world during crucial shots. There's a legendary story from his 1991 World Championship final against Jimmy White. With the scores level and everything on the line, John faced a pressure-packed black ball situation that would have broken lesser players. But instead of rushing or showing nerves, he took his time, went through his pre-shot routine with meticulous precision, and potted it like he was practicing in his local club. When Parrott retired from professional snooker, he did not fade into obscurity. Instead, he smoothly shifted into a broadcasting career, first as a BBC commentator and later as a quiz show captain on A Question of Sport. His natural charm and quick wit helped him succeed in front of the camera. Teaming up with fellow champion Steve Davis, Parrott became a trusted face for millions of viewers, explaining snooker in a way that both casual fans and purists appreciated.
My sports psychologist, and also I'm going to change the chalk. I think I'm using the wrong chalk for this course.
Okay.
You're a little bit in front of the teapot.
Am I? Okay, I'll just put it on there. Are you happy with that?
That's okay. Oh, too hard. Oh!
He proved his versatility by branching into horse racing coverage as well, showcasing that his talent extended far beyond the cue. This adaptability ensured he remained just as relevant off the table as he was on it. Away from broadcasting, Parrott explored the world of business. He launched his own sports company, later rebranded as John Parrott Sports in 2019, proving he wasn't content to rely solely on his fame. The success of his ventures showed his ability to adapt and think strategically. He diversified his career portfolio, balancing commentary, business management, and public appearances. Few athletes managed to sustain so many paths simultaneously. In a nod to his early sporting roots, he also became the honorary patron of the British Crown Green Bowling Association in 2010. This link back to bowls highlighted his respect for grassroots sport and his willingness to give back. Parrott has also built a stable family life. He married Karen Parrott, and together they raised 2 children who are now grown up. Despite his public profile, he has managed to keep his family life largely private. One of the most surprising personal details is his connection to football legend Duncan Ferguson, his brother-in-law. That link also deepens Parrott's ties to Everton, the club he supports passionately.
My brother-in-law is Duncan Ferguson, so
yes, of course he is. Yes,
it's also so my son when he was born had absolutely no choice. I also said I'd change the locks if he wasn't one anyway. So,
What stands out is how he has balanced career success with personal commitments. His steady family life is a rare contrast to the turbulence often seen in the world of sports celebrities. Parrott has also carved out a strong presence on the after-dinner speaking circuit. For more than a decade, he has entertained corporate audiences with stories from his sporting and broadcasting career. What sets him apart is authenticity. His talks go beyond snooker anecdotes, focusing on lessons about performance under pressure, reinvention, and long-term success. Companies book him because his experiences resonate across industries. Even now, he remains active through golf and corporate events, showing that his competitive edge is still alive. His speaking career demonstrates that Parrott has successfully reinvented himself yet again. So here we are, John Parrott at 61. What's he actually doing right now that makes his current life so fascinating? Well, buckle up, because this might surprise you more than anything we've covered so far. John Parrott, an English former snooker player, is now a BBC pundit before Day 7 of the MRQ Masters Snooker 2024 at Alexandra Palace on the 13th of January 2024. That's right, John is still actively involved in snooker coverage. At 61, he's not sitting in some comfortable retirement somewhere, he's still front and centre, bringing his expertise to major snooker tournaments. But here's what's really remarkable about John at 61. He's managed to stay completely relevant in multiple industries simultaneously. His BBC punditry work continues to be highly regarded, his business ventures are still active, and he's still a sought-after speaker. How many 61-year-olds do you know who are operating at that level across so many different fields? The fact that he was at Alexandra Palace in January 2024 for the Masters tournament shows us something important. John hasn't just coasted on past achievements. He's remained genuinely engaged with the sport that made him famous while building entirely new career dimensions. What's his secret? Well, based on everything we've seen, it seems like John has mastered the art of strategic reinvention. He didn't just retire from snooker and disappear. He didn't just become a TV personality and call it quits. Instead, he's continuously added new dimensions to his career while maintaining excellence in each area.
He is one of the finest snooker players in Britain. He won the World Championship back in 1991 at the Crucible. He was also the captain on the BBC's iconic quiz show, A Question of Sport, for a number of years. He was also part of the BBC's presenting team for a number of years as well. I can call him a colleague and a friend. It's a very warm welcome to John Parrott. JP, how are you?
I'm absolutely great, Rishi, and delighted to be speaking to you.
And let's talk about his estimated financial success, because this might shock you. John Parrott has an estimated net worth of $11.6 million, though other sources suggest John Parrott's net worth is $5 million. Regardless of the exact figure, we're talking about someone who has built substantial wealth through diverse income streams over decades. At 61, John represents something that's increasingly rare in the world of former athletes. Genuine multidimensional success that extends far beyond his original sport. He's not just a former snooker champion who does occasional TV work. He's a media professional, business owner, corporate speaker, and still active sports pundit. Parrott's story shows that sporting greatness can be just the beginning. He built on his snooker career by embracing new opportunities without forgetting where he started. His timeline demonstrates a rare kind of growth. Champion at 27, broadcaster in his 30s, businessman and speaker later on, and still relevant in his 60s. At every stage, he adapted while staying true to himself. The real lesson from his journey is balance. By honouring his past, cultivating relationships, staying physically active, and continuously seeking new challenges, John Parrott has created a life that is as inspiring as it is successful.
Okay, your 2 minutes on the life and career of John Parrott starts now. In your last season as an amateur, you won a record number of tournaments. How many?
12.
Incorrect, 14.
What an incredible journey John Parrott has had. From that rainy day at age 12 when he first picked up a snooker cue to becoming world champion, to building a multifaceted career that's still going strong at 61, he's proven that true champions don't just excel in one area. They continuously evolve, adapt, and find new ways to contribute. Whether he's providing expert commentary at the Masters, delivering an inspiring corporate presentation, managing his business ventures, or spending time with his family, including brother-in-law Duncan Ferguson, John represents the best of what life after professional sports can look like. What aspect of John Parrott's post-snooker career impressed you the most? His television success, his business ventures, or his ability to stay relevant across so many different fields at 61? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and for more snooker content, click the screen below.